Welcome, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed the previous panel. I'm Agnieszka Jucha-Kasperczyk, Senior Product Designer at Netguru, and I will be the host of this meeting. Today, we are all about the future of data-driven. As you can see, I have amazing speaker with me, Anastasia Euchermann, the Head of Product Design and Research at softgarden. Hi, Anna.
Hi.
Before we kick things off, so maybe let's start to get to know you a little bit better. So would you tell us a little bit more about how you came in this role?
Sure. I mean, it all started kind of like a long time ago, probably like with everybody else. I really like design forever. I studied design and I was working in advertising for quite some time, where I did not really like see the passion kind of like for myself to develop and to grow. And it all came down kind of like value, like how can I give or bring value with advertising. For sure, for some people they find a way. I just didn't. Personal experience. So yeah, I was kind of like fascinated, like also by technology and how design and technology can go together, and how like user behavior, the psychology behind it, the like what does influence what, and how do users like use your product, love your product, hate your product. So it went all kind of like to product design, and then obviously the value in research helped product design. So yeah, it just like came together, and with time and process, kind of like I grew and became the head of product design and research at softgarden.
And when we speak about the data-driven design, right, I think that which is like also data is a big part of design itself, and it should be a part of all products. So what exactly do we mean by it?
Well, in classic, let's say, terms, right, when we talk about data-driven design, we talk about qualitative data, which we collect by user interviews, user feedback, user tests, surveys, maybe here and there, right? And then we have the quantitative data, which is like based on metrics. Metrics, for example, click-through rates, conversion rates. Yeah, anything that is numeric, basically, like any numeric data, right? And I think this is where we kind of like get into the topic of like how to leverage all of this, right? We have numeric data, we have, let's say, AI and machine learning. Like this is like the perfect combination, how like to get higher faster, right?
Yeah, currently I think the AI and machine learning is like a really hot topic, right? Everyone speaks about AI, what are the possibilities, and that it's like growing so fast, and not only in the design part, but like in general, we can see it like in many different places. So how do you see the data-driven products changing in the next 5-10 years? What exciting direction might emerge in the terms of like personalization, user experience, or maybe even entirely new product categories?
I think that products will kind of like adjust to like real time like user preferences, right? I think there will be like a crazy hyper personalization as well, right? Leveraging like the data. It could probably even like predict demands even before the user knows it. Personalization will probably also go like beyond what we know at the moment. It will be making products probably also like feel like personal assistance to some part. I mean, I see this direction, but that's my personal view.
Recently, I saw one of the products connected to AI, where there is like this kind of like AI assistant, always with you, always speaking, and giving you the real-time answer based on the Google search or on their knowledge. And it was like really fascinating that few years before, you cannot even imagine that those things are, they are possible. You can go to the internet, search on the Google, and then you need to do the decision by yourself to go deeper. And right now, it's like machine learning, like AI, like excels in analyzing the data, like you said, to identify the user patterns and also predict their behavior. So it could be future. It's something it's currently going on. So how can designers leverage this predictive power of AI and go beyond like just simply understanding user needs and actually anticipate them before they even arise? Right now, you sometimes use the power of AI to like analyze the data, to make some make some summaries of the user interviews, for example, of data quality. So how it could be in the future?
I mean, machine learning ability is huge, right? Like it can analyze this like huge amounts of data and identify the patterns, and like it offers just like the opportunity kind of like for the designers to be like more, let's say, proactive, right? And personalize also the user experience, I would say. It is kind of like going into this participatory like direction, right? It kind of like it goes into this predictive user journeys, for example, right? Contextual personalization of products and the usage, right? Adaptive interfaces even, right? I mean, there like the room is quite big for that. I think there is a lot that can be done. And for, let's say, the leverage for the designer is kind of like, instead being reactive, like it gives us the opportunity to be proactive.
Mm-hmm. And what could be the examples of those like proactiveness behavior from the designers?
That's a good one. I mean, like, let's say we have a user journey, right? Like in the product, I go like in our product. Now we have a SaaS product. We're like in the HR tech, and it's like for the recruiters and for hiring managers, right? Here we kind of like have this like workflow steps, right? I don't know. Application comes in. Then there's like a screening process, then there's an interview process, then there's like a decision-making process, and then there is, hired, yes, no, kind of like, and giving feedback, right? With these like predictive user journeys, I would say that it can even like give you already, while you're screening, for example, applicants, right, give you like recommendations. It can kind of like give you the best fitting applicants probably like for this job, right? And then it will change the workflow and make it like, let's say, more efficient, or faster, efficient, and predictable as well.
And we also have, during the design process, right, we are the designers, and that using like the AI to like support, as a support in creating the designs, the designs that are data driven, and how to like balance this difference between automatization of AI, if this irreplaceable human touch in this design process, right? Because we are also doing some decision based on our gut feelings, not only on the data, right? Because we can see some behaviors here and there. And how about this like AI, which won't have or maybe it will have this human touch in it?
I think like we should not be really scared of AI, right? Like in general, let's put it out there like as a statement. I think that like AI at the moment, like it is, it's a tool. Okay, it's a tool that is enhancing the creative process. It can enhance it by like, let's say, exploration, right? Ideation. It can like bring efficiency in like routine tasks that can like do some informed decision making. Yeah? It is not replacing humans. It is like there to help us to be better in certain things. I think like it's all about finding the balance, right? How to use it, when to use it, for what task to use it, and also like how do you process whatever you're getting out of the AI, and how do you then like react to it, right? I think it's like kind of like it's always this process, right? Like you do something, you get like information, and then you kind of like decide as well, yes, no, or what parts of it can I take to enhance like my actual object, like to get to my objective, to get to where I actually want to go.
You also said that we should not be scared about the AI, and I think like a lot of the people is a little bit concerned about the like potential like problems from the ethical part, because it also like analyze the tremendous amount of the data, right? We feed AI and different models with amount of information. So what potential like the downsides or limitation emerge when we become over reliant on it when we are doing the decisions for our products?
Yeah, there are like a few things, right? We need to be really, really aware of. I think like again, it's a tool, right? It's not a human being that can like bring intuition into like a conversation, right? It's like analyzing data and giving you some sort of a response, right? Or giving you some more information, which would take you like ages to kind of get. I think bias and discrimination is like something that is huge, and we should be really aware of when we talk about AI and how to use AI and where to use AI. The loss of human intuition, for sure, right? I mean, this is kind of what I said earlier, like we're not being replaced, right? It's like it is a tool that is like helping us in doing something. The loss of like creativity as well, because it's analyzing data and giving you, let's say, patterns and like how it could look like, right? But it's not telling you like, I don't know. It's not being creative, let's say it like this. It's just not. Privacy concerns, for sure, right? I mean, you have to kind of also always inform about like your users, right? There's also this, let's say, reduced accountability, right? So if AI is going to take every decision, then like who is being held accountable if something goes really wrong, right? I think the main thing as well, like if we talk about products and using AI, is also like the decrease in user trust. So like if you do the mistake that you're like not communicating properly, like the usage and to what extent you're using AI in your product, there is a pretty high chance that your users will just say, actually, not really interested in you because I don't trust you, right? So yeah.
And I think that building the trust with our like the customers, right, when creating the product, it's super important. And how about the soft garden customers? So how your experience in shaping soft garden approach to data-driven design and AI implementation, are any specific challenges you foresee, any exciting opportunities that you would like to explore within soft garden future development?
Yeah, sure. I mean, who doesn't, right? I think like when it comes to the exploration and like where I would like to go here is like, let's say candidates are having like job matching, right? They have a profile and like, yeah, I think like job matching is something, then also job recommendations is something. Nothing new, right? But it could be better. Yeah, chatbots could be like also interesting for like guidance in general. I think like this is like a pretty good user experience, and it's used and it's there, and it's like you're not inventing a wheel new, let's say, right? But it's just like how do you use it, and again, to what extent. Anything that is like automated, right? Like for example, communication, right? Let's say you reject somebody or like a bunch of people in the interview process because you have found the perfect candidate, right? Then you could like automate all of these things. Pretty simple. When it comes to the employer side, it is also quite interesting, right? Because there you have like candidate screening could be like it's huge like part to explore. It's like from skill assessment to recommendations of the right candidates to I don't know, scheduling interviews. What you also said earlier, right? Like having the transcription of an interview and like giving you a summary or even an evaluation if you know the let's say skills are like fitting, right? Automated feedback here as well. All of this is like possible and doable with AI, and I would like to explore personally. I think on the plus side, like when we talk about how to approach it and to implement it, right? I think we're like in the beginning steps, right? We need to be really careful because we're working with we are corporate clients, quite big enterprise clients. We have certificates. GDPR is like super big. For us, we like data privacy in general, right? When it comes to candidate data or employer data, it's a big topic, right? We need to like really consider this. So this is why we need to also do, let's say, smaller steps at the beginning to understand all the implications so that we also can make better decisions.
I also think the trust that you mentioned before, right? Because not we are here in this, I would say, tech environment, and I think like most of the people, it's really into the AI, but also to make it more like less scary to broader audience. And we cannot assume that all of our customers are also into the AI and will trust us. I think that those smaller steps that you mentioned are the best way to go, at least for now. And I would love to go deeper with this conversation, but the time flies so fast. It's already 20 minutes, so we need to wrap up. So I would like to really thank you for all of your like insights that you shared today. So thank you so much, Anna. I hope that the rest of you also like enjoy our talk today. So thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you as well.